Hey guys, Dr. Tobisch here again with Whitefish Chiropractic. In these next couple videos, we're going to be kind of highlighting some of the tools and techniques that we use here in the clinic to treat our patients. And in this video, I'm going to be talking a little bit about what may be the most powerful tool that we use in the rehabilitation of our patients, which is joint manipulation or the chiropractic adjustment. And this isn't a new thing by any means. Hippocrates, the father of medicine, was writing about joint manipulation as far back as 460 BC. So people have been doing this for a long time, they've been getting great results for a long time, and now we've got the research to back that and kind of explain why this is such an effective tool. So we've got all these joints in the spine. We want them all to be able to move freely. If all these joints can move a little bit and contribute to movement, then everybody's happy. But when we get these stiff, restricted joints that don't move well, that can result in a lot of problems. Imagine you drive a truck for a living, but you've got a bunch of stiff, restricted joints in your lower cervical and upper thoracic spine. So kind of at the base of your neck and then down between your shoulder blades. Well, you still need to be able to turn your head to check your blind spot, but these joints aren't helping us out. So the joints up above that restricted area, they're gonna have to move twice as much, and they're not built for that. So over time, that can result in some damage and wear and tear to those joints, which is why oftentimes we find degeneration in those joints that are moving too much. Well, what about those stiff restricted joints? What's going on there? Well, there's problems that occur in those areas too. The discs in between the vertebrae in our spine require motion to pump nutrients into the disc to keep it healthy. Well, if those joints are stiff and restricted, we're not getting those nutrients pumped into the disc, which can lead to degeneration in those discs, which is why oftentimes we'll find degenerative discs in those areas of the spine that are stiff and restricted and not moving well. So we use joint manipulation to remedy these joint restrictions to keep all the joints moving freely so we can avoid these degenerative problems. All right, so we talked a little bit about the mechanical benefits of joint manipulation, but there's more to it than that. Joint mobility plays a huge role neurologically. And what I mean by that is we have tons of receptors throughout the body that are stimulated by movement. And when they're stimulated, they send information to our nervous system about where our parts are in time and space. This is known as proprioception. And a ton of these receptors exist within the joint complexes throughout our body. So when we have stiff joints that aren't moving well, we're basically robbing our nervous system of that good proprioceptive information. When our nervous system doesn't have good information or awareness about where its parts are in time and space, oftentimes that results in pain, increased muscle tension, and poor movement quality, which kind of explains why after we adjust our patients, they feel better. They have a reduction in pain. They have a reduction in that muscle tension. They have improvement in their movement quality. So now we've talked a little bit about the mechanical and the neurological benefits of joint manipulation. Next up, we're going to demo some of the techniques that we use to find these restrictions, and then we'll show you some of the adjustments that we use to get these joints moving again. All right, guys, this is one of our awesome patients, Haley. She's got some stiff joints in her low back and her mid back. So we're going to show you some techniques that we use to find those joint restrictions, and then we'll finish up by showing some adjustments. So first off, we'll just check with a seated scan, checking to see, are the joints moving well? And she, like I said, definitely has some stiff joints in her low back. Okay, let's have you go on your right side. So then we'll check the joints again. Feel okay there? Go other side. Good. Go on your back.